Welcome back. So this weekend, over the last maybe a half a day yesterday and nearly a full day today, I got stuck into setting up this little loft. So it's all done now, basically the lock-up stage. We will have a look at that in a minute. Primarily going to be for breeders and stuff like that. So having a little bit of a play around with that, but we'll go in there in a second, have a look. But some of our young birds doing pretty well, pretty cozy. I think they're the two of the older ones anyway. Looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how those ones are turning out. Blue bar down from Leon Storm, and we got the little Vanderbilt Herman's Cross there, which is something different for this season. We haven't had that pairing before. I was just in here feeding the birds before. I haven't really spent any time in here today because I went full on with that. We had a bit of family time as well because it is Sunday, but I really got stuck into that loft to get that done up to lock-up stage. So that was the main thing. We'll get that out of the way tomorrow. I'll spend a bit of time in here and clean the birds. I need to give them a really good fly tomorrow. And I will trap train these little ones a little bit more too. So how about you go back into your section? Come on. And you can stay locked up in there for a while. And these guys can come out and have their time. So these guys will probably, maybe this weekend or next weekend, we'll start getting them out for a loft fly. Well, they'll probably just sit on the roof and stuff like that. So we'll just work with what we got. We will get over here. Like I said, I haven't been in here really much today, so I haven't gave it a daily scrape. I really wanted to get that loft up and built because my new birds may turn up tomorrow. That's what I'm waiting to hear back on. If not Thursday, but it'll be later in the night sometime. So next few days you'll see a video of them. You can't be too far off hatching those little eggs, can you? She's such a beautiful hen, this one. I really like her. Be interesting to see how your little babies turn out with 83. That's going to be pretty exciting. She's such a beautiful hen. Look at her. Oh, I'm glad I got her. She's so excited for those babies. I got one of Leon's Storm's daughters down here. She raced, I think she went out all the way to 400, so she done pretty well. It's a very consistent little hen. So I thought I'd give her the opportunity to breed again this year, and she's got a single nester. She is with a young cock, so I put that down to probably being with the first time clutch with that little cock. That they probably didn't fertilise that one, but it's all good. Such a beautiful hen too, this one. There's a few pairs in here that I just absolutely love. Like, they're just really nice looking birds, and most of them have flown pretty well for us as well. What's Apache doing? What's going on in there? A little feather and stuff you've been trying to woo Little Storm with, which is good. Just can't be too far away from laying because he is chasing her and pecking her every time she leaves that nest box. Some good news as well. Rosetta, she's laid another egg, so really excited to see how these babies turn out. I do have some fostered in there which will hatch soon. So she laid that one last night, so tomorrow she'll lay that second egg as well. Beautiful little hen as well. But she is definitely a laying machine. Didn't take her long. And she didn't muck around. She got straight back on that egg pretty quick, as like the next round anyway. They're actually all cocks there, I think. They're out having a bit of a relax. And what's going on in here? I'm still waiting for them to lay. Still waiting for you to lay, Storm. She's getting close though. I'd say, well, I'm not going to say because it might. She's just taking her time. How are these little ones? They're doing right. No little eggs hatching yet. Little barless hen. She's a good girl. Aren't ya? Alright, so the main reason, no eggs there yet anyway. We're here. Oh! Calm down, Titan, buddy. I want to keep a close eye on these guys because Titan is just a wild one. So it's looking really, really positive here at the moment because you'll see I've got those white little specks on the back there. Our black that we bred last year from the Tiger Grizzles had very similar to that as well. So could be a black. I'm really leaning towards them being some different colours, to be honest. We should be able to tell actually. It actually looks like, you can see, zoom right in. Whoa! You can kind of see the little quills coming out there that look black. So this will either be a black or a tiger, I'm saying at this point. So that's good. That's what we want. I wanted a little bit more diversity in the loft. So hopefully either a tiger or a black. And I don't know, this one could be very similar as well, to be honest. It still might be a blue though. This one actually might be turn out to be a blue. I don't know if I'm going to be that lucky to get a tiger grizzle and a black, but we'll see. It's kind of looking like that. And these are, we'll just double check, they still have their rings on it. So the current ring for this year is that dark blue navy color, so the royal kind of blue. So they're the first two to have those rings on them as well, so that's really good to see. That's about all that's sort of happening in here at the moment. I'm going to spend a bit of time in here tomorrow at some point and tidy up. Let's go and have a look at this new loft. Okay, so let's have a look at it. This has been built from materials that I've already owned, so I've not spent any money on this yet. The only money that I will spend was when I start building some nest boxes, so we'll have a little bit of a look at it. I just tried to make what I had. So we built a small aviary section. I could have went further, but I really didn't think they needed it. I just think they needed enough space to come out and have a bath. So I think that's pretty good for now. Had all different types of wire there, so that worked out pretty well. And this side's sheltered from the weather because the weather comes in this way, just with a little bit of skylight there, which is pretty good. Let a bit of light in, but protect them from the wind. But you know, it's not too bad, to be honest. And a wire front here as well, so this one's reasonably open. I think if we get any real wild weather, I can sort of cover this up. I've got some extra sheets as well, and also got enough sheets to cover this as well. So I'll make a piece we can put on and off if we do get some crazy weather. So I'm pretty, realistically, you know, hasn't cost me any money. It cost me money for the other loss, but this is pretty good. So the plan will be, I've just sat these in here. It's meant to rain tomorrow, so I don't want them to get wet. But they will probably go over in the other loft when we start utilising the other sections. But what I'm thinking about doing is probably just putting boxes on the back here. We may just look at like 12 boxes, similar to what we've got on the other side, but we'll just see how we go. Might make them a little bit bigger, but we've got a lot of space in here. And what I might do is I've got a whole bunch of V perches as well, so I'll probably put them in here, and probably put some perches up here as well, so the birds can come out and just relax in that nice cool breeze. But this one's pretty airy. You can see kind of the whole front section is open. So yeah, I'm pretty happy how it turned out. I've got a few little bits and pieces still to do, but it was a real push today to get this much done. But we are at lockup stage, so if my birds do arrive tomorrow night or whatever, we can move them into here. So tomorrow I'll just whip up some perches and just get this ready, and you'll see I've used this FRP grading that I've had. This is the stuff that I had in the original green loft that we first built on this property. Still got it. I just had to trim it up a bit, make it a little bit smaller, just so it worked in with all the wire and stuff as well. So the main reason is so we can put a water trough here, like a bath for them, so they can have a bath and not wreck this flooring as well. And I just have to keep an eye on it, but I may just put a little strip of clear plastic sheeting along the top there if we need to see how that rain comes in. But we've got a little bit of rain tomorrow, so I'll just monitor it. But no, it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy how that has turned out. So here, a little lock on this side as well, and we'll just do little modifications as we go along, but I think this is going to be reasonably handy to have. It's good size, a lot taller and bigger than the other little loft we were breeding in. I think the other loft sort of went to here, and we've just extended it that far, and we've gone up high enough for me to walk in as well. So if we do plan to build a bigger loft, we can completely get rid of this loft, bring all the pairs into here, and then just rebreed while we're building a bigger loft out here. So this is really functional, this little loft, so we'll see how we go with it. But I just built it with what we had, so that was the main thing. I didn't want to spend any money because pigeons get pretty expensive, and the only thing we need to do now is start working on the nest boxes for over the back there. So I'm pretty happy for that. Probably start that next weekend. Looking good, I'm happy with that. Let's just check on these pairs over here. This pair on this side, I'll probably move them in that loft tomorrow. There's Big King with his little hen there, look at him. I'll probably move them over there tomorrow and just set them up because they are ready to breed. So I might get them, even if they've just got a little box in the corner or something, just get them, maybe just put it somewhere over the back there and just sort of get them going, because they're very keen to breed. I just don't want them to breed in this little box here, because I'm going to move these birds out of here shortly. Let's have a bit more of a look here. I need to candle these eggs here. So I moved these ones across and they happily sat on these legs, which is good. So I'm hoping, I'm happy to leave them in here, but I may even try moving them into here. They were in the original loft and we moved them over here and they've been sitting on the eggs quite happily. So I may put one of those little white boxes over in there and see if they will sit on the eggs in there. Not sure yet, we may or may not. I just kind of want to get rid of this box, get all the pairs into one section, because hopefully I've got the 8 new birds, which is 4 pairs, coming tomorrow that will move into there as well. So we can really get the breeding sort of cranking as well. So stay tuned, I'll see you in the next video. Yeah, time for me to knock off for the day. I think I've done enough work.